Hello guys, welcome. This is Deepika from AI with Deepika, and in this video we're going to talk about the Claude.md file. Why do you need it, what the file is all about, and how different the output is going to be when you use the Claude.md file versus when you don't use the file. And I'll also do a side-by-side demo in our VS Code which uses the Claude Code extension, and in one of the VS Code editors I will drop the Claude Code.md file, and the other we will not have it, and we will ask it to create an app for us, and we will see how different the app that gets generated towards the end, how different the output is going to be. So it's going to be a very interesting video, so stay tuned with me till the end of the video. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so you don't miss any updates about Claude. And we're going to be doing a lot of demo videos like this, which is not just theory but actually doing and learning it by doing it. Okay, so let's get started. First thing is, what is this Claude.md file? So it is one file built on 4 principles. What those 4 principles are, we're going to look at in a minute. So Claude.md is a configuration file. You drop it inside of Claude Code. It gives Claude standing instructions that fix the most common AI agent mistakes before they happen. So AI agents do tend to make mistakes. The mistakes can be poor clarification, over-engineering, scope creep, and lack of goals. So in order to avoid these mistakes, you create this Claude.md file, which your agent is going to look at in the beginning of the session, reads the file and works accordingly. Okay, and Andrew Jacoparthy brought this into limelight that LLMs do tend to make mistakes, and he didn't create a Claude.md file. Another person created a Claude.md file based on those principles. So how you can access a Claude.md file, and you can actually merge your Claude.md file with these guiding principles to make sure your agents work proper. Okay, so here if I go over to Google and look for CLAUDEMD file Karpathy, the first link that you see is a GitHub link, and it tells you at the bottom saying it's a single Claude.md file to improve Claude code behavior derived from Andrej Karpathy's observation on LLM coding pitfalls. Okay, so self-explanatory. So when you open this up, another individual is the one which is Forrest Chang. He built this Claude.md file based on these 4 principles. Now, what those 4 principles are, number 1 is think before coding. So you are instructing your Claude Code to think before you actually write code. And if you are unclear on something, make sure to ask those clarifying questions before you start building things. So that is your number 1 guiding principle of your Claude.md file. The second principle is simplicity first. As the word indicates, don't overcomplicate things. Don't add features that it has not been requested. Build it very simplified. If something can be done in 50 lines of code, write it in 50 lines of code. Don't write 100 lines for the same exact thing. So don't overcomplicate. Ask yourself, would a senior engineer say this is overcomplicated? And if it will, then make sure to rewrite it. Number 3 principle is surgical changes. What does that mean is not all the time you will start using Claude Code to write code from scratch. You sometimes might be using existing code and improving that or adding enhancement to that code. So in order for those fixes, you need to tell Claude Code that, okay, when you're editing existing code, don't improve adjacent code, comments, or formatting. Don't go ahead and change everything. Don't refactor things that are not broken. Match the existing style even if you are doing it differently. If you notice unrelated dead code, mention it and don't just go ahead and delete it. So this is another guiding principle which is called surgical changes. And the next one you have is goal-driven execution. Always provide a goal to your agent even when you're writing the prompt so that it can execute that goal, and it will keep executing it until that goal is achieved. Okay, so your prompt should not be just task creation. It should be verifiable into goals. So these are the 4 guiding principles that you should follow when you're writing your Claude.md file, and you can just merge this Claude.md file with your existing Claude.md file. Don't overwrite it because then you will lose your context. So merge these together. In order to download it over here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on download. And the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 folders here. One folder is where I will drop the Claude.md file, and the other folder, the Claude.md file, will not be there. So here I am going to create a new folder here, and I'll call it as demo with Claude. MD, and the other one is going to be another new, and this one is going to be demo with no Claude. Okay, so that's the other one I have, and I will go ahead and drop this Claude.md file inside of my demo with CLAUDEMD. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have two VS Code editors, and they have the Claude Code extension already added. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Visual Studio Code and open two side-by-side windows. So you can see here one is over here. So I'm going to go ahead and drag it to the left hand side. Okay, and again I'm going to open the second Visual Studio Code, and this time I'm going to go ahead and drop it over here. So I have two windows. Let's close the welcome screen and the open folder. Here I'm going to open the one which is with the CLAUDEMD file. So I'll go over to the documents. So the left side, always remember, the left side has the MD file and the right side does not have the MD file. And here also I'm going to open the other folder, and this is the one without the MD files. Okay, so demo with no CLAUDEMD. So the right side is no CLAUDEMD, the left side is with the Claude. So now I'll go ahead and open the Claude Code, and let's go ahead and maximize this. Okay, and similarly here also we will go and open up our Claude.md file. Okay, so this is the one, and Claude Code. So make sure you're in the Claude Code side, and then I will expand this. Now the first prompt that I'm going to give to both of them is this one: build me a task manager app with a list of tasks. So here also I'm going to paste this, and here also I'm going to paste this on the left as well as on the right side. Now let's see what the output it is going to generate. Is it going to ask me any questions? Is it not going to ask me? So here you can see here it looked at the Claude.md file over here, and here there is no Claude.md file on the right side, so empty directory, and it started building it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give permissions. Yes, allow all edits for this session at the moment. So you can see here the app is ready at index.html. You can open it any browser. Again, at the right side is asking me for permission, so I gave those permissions. And here, let's see what it has built. So first of all, the features are, because in our Claude.md file, we specifically said don't add something which has not been asked. Okay, so here the feature list is little less. Over here it is little bit more, and it has done much more than we asked. So it says overcomplicated things, whereas on the left hand side it only delivered us what we asked. Okay, so now we will go ahead and open this folder, open our index.html file, and here we will say open in integrated browser. So it's opening this for us. So here you can see I'm gonna open this and get rid of the index.html. This is how it looks like. And similarly, I will open this one also and open in the integrated browser. Okay, so this is my, it looks like this. If you want to see it in a better way, I'm going to go ahead and go actually to the folders, and we will go to the documents here and demo with no Claude. Okay, so the first one I'm showing you is this one. The left hand side is with no Claude. You can see here in the URL itself. And then similarly, we will go over to the other folder and demo with the CLAUDEMD file. And here you see it is much more simpler, right? It only gave you what you asked. It has 3 all active done. It has an add button. Here it has a add a new task. It has a medium priority already added. It gave you some existing tasks that so it kind of overcomplicated it. And if you go ahead and look at the pieces, the total amount of code, this one with the Claude is a 7 KB file. And if you go to the other one, which is with the no Claude, it is 11 KB. So a little bit bigger. The code it has written is also will be a large number of the size is bigger. That is your first difference. Okay, with using a proper instructions, it only created what you asked. It did not added features that you did not ask for it. So it is actually looking at Claude.md file, and I prefer the one with the CLAUDEMD because I didn't need any extra features that I didn't ask for. Okay, so that is the first difference that you see in both these versions. So here I'm going to go ahead and open the one with the CLAUDEMD, and then this is the one without the no CLAUDEMD. Okay, so this is how it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Now let's ask a follow-up prompt here. So I will go here and open up my Claude Code. And here, let's ask our follow-up prompt. Okay, now add a search bar so I can filter tasks by keyword. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the same exact thing in both the places. Okay, so it says 3 small changes, the left hand side which uses the CLAUDEMD file. And now let's look at what it is doing. So this one is already done. If you look at it here, index.html file, and let's open it, reveal it in the file explorer. We will open it, and this is the one which uses, and now you have a add a new task. There is a search task. Okay, so record video. Let's say we add this, click on add, then you have edit videos, and then you say upload on YouTube. That's another task you added. And now if I search for something, let's see if this works. So it added it. And now here, actually, let me go ahead and remove this. So here, if I go ahead and ask, you can filter it. So this works fine. Now going back to the other one which uses this. So let's go ahead and open this, reveal in the file explorer, and open this up. You can see here, it added the same thing, but it already had a lot of complexity, right? I'm not sure if someone who wants to add these kind of features all the time, or somebody who likes to build on top of the old features. It automatically gave you a sum total. It gave you some active. So this one is much more enhanced. Things we didn't even ask, it did it for us. Okay, so now the next instruction that I'm going to do is change the heading font from Inter to Poppins. It will probably do that in both the places. And now if I ask the next prompt, let users mark tasks as high, medium, or low priority. So here, now I'm going to go back and give the same instructions over here and over here also. Okay, so now let's see this one, which is on the right side, which does not have any Claude Code. It already has that capability. Okay, you can see here, priority is already set at creation. What's missing is being able to change it on existing tasks. So it didn't ask me, should I make that change? It just went ahead and made it. Right? So you can see here, it just added more complexity to it. Whereas this one, let's see what the final output will look like. Click in any priority badge on a task to cycle it to high, medium, low, and high. The badge color updates immediately and the change persists to the local storage. So even it added the capability of the storage. Here, not sure if that capability is there, but hovering the badge scales it slightly to hint at it. Okay, so now if I go over to the browser, let's look at the Claude.md file here. You can say record, edit, video, upload on YouTube is there. Over here, let's see, this is again the same one. Now let's see what difference does it make. So here you have high, you can change it to medium, low, and let's see if I can change low, medium, high. So this works fine. And here also I can change, keep on clicking on it and clicking on it again, and this can change it high, medium, low. Right away, it asks you for a priority. You can add it. So this looks much more cleaner. Over here, it looks much more complicated, to be honest with you. As you can see here, the results are slightly different. I won't say completely different, but this one without the Claude.md file overcomplicated things, added features that I didn't even ask. Whereas the one with the Claude.md file actually generated what I actually asked it. It didn't overcomplicate it. It kept the code kind of minimum so that what I asked, it only delivered me those things. So this is how the CLAUDEMD file works. It is basically the set of instructions that your agent will read in the beginning of the session. In here, you can add information about your project. You can also add some guidelines, and I've already given you a generic Claude.md file that you can merge with your Claude.md file. I hope this video was insightful, and if you want to watch such kind of videos in the future, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.